And we can start now. Okay. So good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for the ones that are showing up today. Today is a very special afternoon since it's Halloween or Halloween. So I promise it will be brief. As every month we're doing our webinar, and the agenda today is a little bit more shorter today, but not less important. As we have always the same agenda, what's new in our latest updates, what's in store for the following updates, and if you have any questions and feedback. So today we have the launch of a Feeder Pro, which is one of our new bundles. Like today you have so far what we call the feeder, and then you have a series of add-ons. So we're launching today an anticipation of our Feeder Pro package. Then we have some other updates on things that we have been already deployed and we have been testing and finally deploying, and some other things that I don't know, you will not notice as new features, but you will notice in the performance, and some things that we are preparing on the sidelines for the next features, which are really important. So in the first place, Feeder Pro is one like our latest license, and it's meant to put together some but not all of the add-ons that we have been launching recently, and not so much recently, like animal health and shit, like advanced feeding, like account management and Green Bank, one or the other, and some I don't know, more features on the ability to start with more pens or more users, and the idea basically is that you are able to bundle them in a more convenient price. One thing that we haven't yet deployed, and it will be very soon, and of course if you have it standalone, it's one price. But if you have it with Feeder Pro, it will be more convenient. Is the advanced inventory. So advanced inventory will be something that we will be launching hopefully before the year ends, if not like barely starting the next year. And it's about there are several features where you should be able to connect with ERPs for supply management. You will be able to build reports on all your vendors, connect like I don't know, be able to read from QR codes or barcodes to put on the stock, like the stock in your inventory. So there's a lot of things that we will tell you down the road, and they will be part of the Feeder Pro. They will be included there. So this is one thing that is like pure commercial, but I think important for you to know as we continue to develop more functionalities in the app. The other thing is related to BankScore. As you might have seen in the recent days, we have launched a new BankScore update where you have more now. You have more. You have a chart. You have the ability to slide horizontally between across pens, which seems to be really convenient. You have the ability to like edit the delivery plan right from there, so you don't have to go back and forth checking what was being fed, of course, on top of bank calling and scoring. So we will have an even further update regarding bank score in the settings section, where you will also be able to create your own scoring system and even automate the response for the call based on the scoring system that you define. That will be super cool, and hopefully we'll get it like by December. So that's but this is completely working, and I hope you guys like it. We have been testing it with some of our accounts recently, and now we have spread it all out. Another thing, this is like this is just a more of a desktop view of the bank score. In another note, there are some changes in ration management. This hasn't been deployed, but it's going to be deployed very, very, very soon, in the next few weeks, which is on one end is having the ability to have ration management on the phone. So far, ration management was out of the phone. I was only in the tablet and desktop versions. You will have it now. Also, you have a little bit of an improved design. And that will also come along with the fact that you will be able to slide your top menu from left to right whenever like the sections or subsections begin to populate the app more. So you can just like slide from left to right. That should help. But this will give you an idea of how it's going to look like. Additionally, on the same line, on ration management, one thing that we have already deployed is the ability to define ingredients not only as a percentage of a total, but also as a in pounds per head, especially for all those, like even if you're not using micro machines, but the ability to have the specify that on a per head basis, especially for all the medicated ingredient or micro ingredients, that's a big thing. It is small and big feature at the same time. It took us a while to have it I don't know, streamlined in a way that it doesn't generate errors across the app. So that is something that is already active, and people are activating it on a per request, and it doesn't change. It's not a like added price or anything like that. It's just part of the basic plan. We're just being carefully on how fast we deploy it. The other thing, before we get into this, we're doing and we have done already this month. Like you might have seen like some updates. We're doing a lot of work on the performance side, so that we can calculate like faster certain things, so that or that when you're doing changes that affect in the weight calculation of the animals, that it doesn't that you don't have to wait until I don't know, tomorrow, so you can have it within the next hour. So or just being more like faster on the billing side. So the more we grow, of course, we need to continuously do improvements on the architecture, on the way we exchange information with the database, because this is a cloud system. So hopefully you will see some improvements. This is a month where we are focused mainly on and improving the parts that you don't see in the app, on top of the ones that I'm showing here. And another thing that you don't see today, but we are doing and implementing I think it will be deployed in November, or the back part, and you will see the features in December. It's a series of changes in the animal health current section, where we are gearing towards having like more specific protocols, not just like a cocktail of drugs and dosages, but a whole roadmap where your vet can establish I don't know, certain routines. What are the routes for treatment, establish first, second, and third treatment, like conditional results. And also like interreplaceable products when some product is not like on stock. So much more versatility on the protocol side, much more specificity, and also the ability to connect these like type of protocols with diagnosis or body conditions, so that then we can leverage more statistics about this. So all the diagnosis and disease and pullouts will be much more traceable to the individual event, and then that will help us bring to you more reports on even on an individual basis on, I don't know, what happened with these animals, what is the status, I don't know what were the polls, I don't know, breakdowns on mortality or morbidity by types of diagnosis, by types or by pools, and of course assigning diseases for when you have mortality issues, and also adding temperatures on, or just standalone temperatures on an animal, or a diagnosis. So much more sophistication, and along with this, a series of reports, for instance, treatment responses reports or pull-out reports by different criteria, like, I don't know, days on feed, for instance, or by diagnosis or by disease. So that should help a lot, the work of your veterinarian and all the people that are treating out there. So this is a big deal for us. It will be part of the same animal health license. It's something that we think the app should be improved, and so that we can make it really, really, really compelling and useful for all our customers and members. Oh, well, I was falling short, but I have this other slide where you can work with more like more in detail with the pullouts. I don't know, being able to pull out not only one individual or just the whole lot, but just like a subgroup, and make it handy on the PenWriter app, or on some parts that we're looking where how it's going to look like on the from the user interface perspective. And I don't know, I think I mentioned the health reports, and also the ability to backdate the cost, such as we do already in for feed for feed stuff in the supply management section. That's another big deal. So this is coming down the road. um, and you can see here in the first bullet point on what's in store for the following updates. So like a huge upgrade on animal health, a manual version on Shoot that is already in process, so that you can just I just want to work like randomly on my Shoot, just like show me the black screen and just want to go and do stuff. So some improvements on the UI when you're creating orders, and just trying to make it more streamlined, less steps, more flexible. And also what I mentioned before about advanced supplies or advanced inventories, is kind of the same. Connecting the stock movements with the purchases, connecting the VAR and barcodes and QR codes with the SKUs, syncing with the accounting software for the supply management. And we are preparing more of the Elanco metrics for the ones that are on the Elanco benchmark program. We are preparing the first features for cow-calf and pasture management. On the cow-calf side, the ability to create a birth, the ability to connect a calf with a mother cow and the bull, and the ability on the pasture management side, the ability to create paddocks instead of pens in the same ecosystem, assign an area, assign a pasture, and being able to create a forage circuit, or pasture circuit. So these are the first things that will come out. I don't know, sometime along the next 2-3 months. So yeah, that's a lot of things that we're excited. There's even more than what I'm mentioning now. I don't know, there are more and more ideas that are coming that we come up. Also alliances and partnerships on the break-even calculation, on price features. There's a lot of things that we're planning and we're designing now. They will be available in the following 6 months. So we are really, really, really excited about this pathway. So yeah, I don't know if anyone has questions or feedback. I'm all ears now.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
So I heard you saying that we can do the ration management by per head.
Yes.
So that's just ingredients.
Yes, so you can define a certain ingredient in the ration management section as a instead of a as a in percentage, just as a pounds in pounds per head, and
So
that will, yeah, go ahead.
well, sorry. So right now I'm raising our bulls by dry matter intake percentage on like how much poundage they get, but I
Yeah,
actually I I look at the pounds per head is what I look at. So it's kind of like I'm trying to figure out what percentage can match per pounds of head, and I was wondering if you were going to come out with like another option to where we can raise them per pound per head instead of the
like
dry matter percentage.
uh, well, you still have um you still have the, if I understood well, you still have the ASFED option if you don't want to work with dry matter. Is that what you're saying, or you're saying
Well,
something different that I'm not getting?
well, all the options that the only options I have for raising them to get close to raising them a pound a head a day is to do the dry matter. And I look at, and then I gotta change over the dry matter to the poundage per head and just keep looking at the poundage per head and try to get it right on the dry matter. Because like say they're at 17 pounds a head for actual feeding. So I want to
Mhm.
get them to 18, and then I gotta convert dry matter over to actual poundage per head. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I think if I didn't understand, if I didn't understand, I think you can do that today, and I'll get somebody um to reach out to you and explain like more in detail, I don't know, in 15 minutes, how to do that.
Okay. Well, maybe I missed it. I can get with Garrett too and just double
Absolutely.
check with him.
The
So,
the pounds per head is a feature that we are like enabling on like like per request. Uh,
oh, okay.
so just out of like, just because there's certain features that have a lot of consequences.
Yeah.
Uh, and that's definitely one of those. Like it looks small, but it has a lot of consequences, like in cascade. So I'll get Garrett to reach out to you and help you how to work with it,
Okay.
and
Thank you.
of course activate it.
Yeah.
Thank you for the question. Anybody else?
Garrett, sorry, I've already asked them to activate it for you, so you should have it probably within the next 30 minutes if any of the developers are still around.
Awesome. That'll save me a lot of time tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no worries. I'll get that done right now. Could you
Thank
just
you.
remind me the name of the yard? Nichols, right?
Nichols Farms. Yep. Yep.
Got it. Okay.
Any other questions or comments? If not, I'll let you guys uh, go back with your families and celebrate today the Halloween. And just let's keep the ball rolling. We will keep you updated via all our like social networks and all the posts that you've seen from us. And also we'll have next month our monthly web update webinar. Thank you, everybody. Happy Halloween.